Cal, we're filming.
Yeah, I know. I'm just looking at my watch and thinking it used to be Fergie time and now it's Mourinho time. That's 3 wins in injury time. You've got Newcastle, Bournemouth, and then Juventus. What's going on? I mean, Man City is still on the march. Chelsea is still on the march. Tottenham picked up a good result against Wolves, even though it was a good fight back. And then you've got Liverpool threw away a lead against Arsenal, and then we lose 2-0 at Red Star Belgrade. I mean, are we beginning to brick it? No. Stay tuned for the Sanderson Show as I discuss this and more. So welcome guys. What can I say? It's been a rough week for Liverpool, but not so much so for the other teams in the so-called Big Six. Start with the Manchester United. I mean, Bournemouth, Juventus battled back in both matches after going 1 goal down, and they're showing some good resolutions there at the moment. I mean, Jose Mourinho has really turned things around and he deserves great credit. The team's starting to look a lot more united, pardon the pun, and they are grinding out results and doing what Manchester United of old used to do. They've got a massive game at the weekend against Manchester City. It is the game of the weekend, Manchester derby. Back in the day when I was growing up, the game hardly happened because Manchester City weren't in the Premiership, but now they are, and they are the force to be reckoned with. And it's going to be a brilliant game. It's going to be a brilliant game because Manchester United are now in form, and Manchester City are in form. And I think Mourinho is going to go and try and actually go for the win in this game. I don't think he's going to try and contain Manchester City. I think he's going to go with a fluid front three, which has been working really well for him. And I think he's actually going to go and try and attack Pep Guardiola's team. How Pep's team react to that is going to be very interesting. But I'm looking forward to the game as a neutral. I hope they draw so Liverpool can win and go top of the league. But hey, that's a different story. I mean, what do you think is going to happen? I mean, Man City in their last game, or last 2 games, have scored 12 goals, 6 in each. Just conceded the one which was a penalty, and let's be honest, Manchester City are looking extremely dominant. But they played 2 teams that they were expected to win against, and they did what they were expected to do. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Guys, let me know. Is it going to be the blue side of Manchester celebrating, or is it going to be the Red Devils who turn up with the pitchforks and pull off a result? Let me know in the comments below. So we're going to talk about Tottenham now. So Tottenham have shown 2 sides of themselves in the past week. So absolutely dominant in the first 45 minutes against Wolves, and they raced to a 3-0 lead, and for all purposes looked like the game was over. It looked like Tottenham were going to go on and just destroy Wolves and pick up even more goals, but Wolves battled back. 2 penalties, and it was really, really nervy for Tottenham at the end. However, they stood firm and they did what top teams do, and that is grind out the result, even when it didn't look like they were going to. Then, against PSV, they turn up and they go a goal down within 2 minutes. But that man, he strikes again, no pun intended. Top marksman, England's best striker, Harry Kane, he does it again. He pulls him out of jail, and he's just getting better and better. He's not everyone's cup of tea, fair enough, but he's a top quality striker, whichever way you paint it. And he is really firing Tottenham forward at the moment. Lamella's in good form, and Tottenham are starting to look very, very good as a unit again, which is good to see and is good for football. Whether they can maintain this, again, lack of investment in the summer, whether they can maintain this, they've had some injuries and suffered a little bit. If they come up against top teams who actually punish them, how will that go? I mean, at the weekend, they'll be playing Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park. I expect them to get the 3 points, but as Arsenal found out, it's not going to be an easy game at Selhurst Park, and this is a horrible run of fixtures for Palace. They had Arsenal at home, they had Chelsea away, and now they've got Tottenham at home. 3 London derbies in a row. I personally think Spurs are going to do it. I don't think Crystal Palace are going to make it easy, but I'm going for a 2-1 or 2-0 win to Spurs. Guys, you let me know. Is it going to be Crystal Palace? Is it going to be Tottenham? Who's going to be the London winners? So now I move on to Chelsea. Sorry soldiers continue marching on. Still haven't been beaten in the league, and they played really well last game against Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace, when it went to 2-1, Crystal Palace looked like they were going to get back into the game, but Morata picked up his second goal of the game, and he's looking like a confident player again. And a confident Morata can only be good things for Chelsea. It gives them another dimension and another aspect to their game. Everyone looks to Hazard, and let's be honest, Chelsea did. As soon as he came on, he made a difference in the game. But if you've got a fit and firing and confident Morata, it's going to add a whole new dimension to Chelsea's attack, and it'll also relieve a lot of the pressure on Hazard to allow him to float around the pitch and roam and cause damage in different areas of the pitch as well. Now, this coming weekend, they've got Everton at home. Everton, I mean, they're hot and cold, aren't they? They have one really good week, one really bad week, one really good week, one really bad week. I still don't see Chelsea losing this game. I just think they're too strong for Everton. And I think Everton, they're really good at retaining the ball. They're really good at getting into dangerous areas. However, they just do not seem to have that killer instinct, whether that be that final pass or that shot at goal. They always dwell or make the wrong decision. And against Chelsea, you have to take your chances or else they will punish you. They've got so much quality, they will punish you. Pedro had a great game against Crystal Palace as well. I think he's really gone under the radar in his performances. I think he's been absolutely brilliant and arguably Chelsea's second best attacking player behind Hazard. It's going to be interesting to see how the game pans out. I'm going for a comfortable Chelsea win. I'm going to go 3-0. I think they'll get a couple in the first half and then they'll see it out in the second half. But guys, you let me know which set of blues is going to be the one celebrating. Is it going to be Sarri Soldiers or is it going to be Marco Silva's Everton? Let me know in the comments below. So guys, now we move on to the best game of last weekend, which was Arsenal versus Liverpool. Two teams that came to play football. Now, in the past, Arsenal against Liverpool it's always been a game full of goals, but in recent times, Liverpool have done pretty well. I mean, it's not been since Brendan Rodgers was at the club that we've lost to Arsenal. So, by all admissions, I said we were going to win. I thought we were going to win 3-1, but that's not the way it panned out. We went a goal up. We should have been 2 up. And we had a goal wrongly disallowed, but it wasn't given. And Lacazette pulled a goal back for Arsenal. And let's be honest, Arsenal did play well. I've been spoken down by a few people, and I suppose a draw is a fair result. I'm a greedy Liverpool fan, so I did want all 3 points. And I thought we could have got 3 points if we had the Mane goal stand, but it didn't. And then we saw what happened recently in the Red Star Belgrade game. I'm not going to dwell on this for more than 5 seconds. It was absolutely woeful. I don't want to see that happen ever again. This weekend we have Fulham. I think this is the perfect game to bounce back. Fulham lead goals. We typically score quite a lot of goals at Anfield, and we'll hopefully have Shaqiri back in the starting lineup. Hopefully Keita will be back, and I'm hoping Fabinho starts so Wijnaldum and Milner can get a rest. This is a game we need to win. We need to win convincingly, and I think we will. I think it will be a 3 or 4-0 win. Arsenal, on the other hand, will be playing Wolves, which is not a plain sailing game. It's going to be very difficult for Arsenal. Wolves will make it difficult. They've got a great setup. They play really good football. But I do think Arsenal are going to grind out the result. I think they're playing brilliant at home. They're confident. And I see them being too hot to handle for Wolves. I'm going for a 2-0 win for Arsenal. So guys, as always, thanks very much for joining me. I thought I'd keep this one quite short and sweet. As you can see from my attire, I've come from work. I forgot my t-shirts at home, so I couldn't wear those. But as always, guys, I appreciate the love. Up to 100 subscribers, so thanks very much for your support. Continue to watch, continue to like, continue to share. And if you know anyone who would like this channel, please tell them about it as well. Guys, as always, thank you very much for watching the Sanderson Show. I'll see you soon.